Welcome to our video on psychological tricks. In this video, we will explore what psychological tricks are and provide some examples of the best ones that are commonly used in various situations. What are psychological tricks? Psychological tricks refer to techniques that are used to influence or manipulate the thoughts, feelings, and behaviors of others. These tricks are based on principles of human psychology, such as cognitive biases, social influence, and emotional manipulation. They can be used in a wide range of contexts, from advertising and marketing to interpersonal communication and negotiations. Best examples of psychological tricks. The foot in the door technique. This is a psychological trick that involves making a small initial request to a person, followed by a larger request later on. The idea behind this technique is that once a person agrees to the smaller request, they are more likely to comply with the larger request later. For example, imagine you're a charity worker trying to raise money for a cause. You might start by asking someone to sign a petition or wear a bracelet to support the cause. Once they agree to this small request, they are more likely to be receptive to a larger request, such as making a donation. The foot in the door technique works because it plays on the principle of consistency. Once people have made a commitment or taken a small step towards a goal, they tend to be more likely to follow through and take additional steps towards that goal. The initial small request helps to establish a sense of commitment and trust between the requester and the person being asked, making them more likely to comply with the larger request. It's worth noting that the foot in the door technique can be effective, but it should be used ethically and responsibly. People should not be manipulated or coerced into doing something they are not comfortable with, and requests should be made in good faith with the best interests of everyone involved in mind. The scarcity principle. This is a psychological trick that involves creating a sense of urgency and scarcity around a product or service in order to increase its perceived value and desirability. Essentially, when people believe that something is rare or in limited supply, they tend to place a higher value on it and may be more motivated to acquire it. Marketers and advertisers often use the scarcity principle to promote their products or services. They may create the perception of scarcity by using phrases like limited time offer or while supplies last. They may also use tactics such as artificially restricting the supply of a product, or creating the impression that the product is in high demand and therefore difficult to obtain. The scarcity principle works because it taps into our natural fear of missing out, FOMO, on something valuable or desirable. When we perceive that something is scarce or in limited supply, we feel a sense of urgency to act quickly before it's too late. This urgency can lead us to make impulse purchases or to pay a higher price for a product or service that we believe is rare or hard to come by. While the scarcity principle can be an effective marketing strategy, it's important to use it ethically and responsibly. False or exaggerated claims of scarcity can be deceptive and can erode trust between businesses and their customers. Additionally, using scarcity as a manipulative tactic can damage relationships and harm a company's reputation in the long run. Social proof. This is a psychological principle that suggests people are more likely to adopt a particular behavior or belief if they see that others are already doing it. Essentially, we tend to look to others for cues on how to behave, especially in uncertain or unfamiliar situations. Marketers and advertisers often use social proof to promote their products or services. They may use customer testimonials, reviews, ratings, or endorsements from celebrities or experts to influence consumer behavior. For example, a restaurant may display positive reviews from customers on its website, or a beauty brand may feature endorsements from popular influencers on its social media channels. The social proof principle works because we naturally seek social validation and affirmation from others. When we see that others have had positive experiences with a product or service, we feel more confident in our decision to buy or use it. Additionally, seeing others engage in a behavior or adopt a belief can create a sense of social pressure or conformity, which can motivate us to follow suit. While social proof can be an effective marketing strategy, it's important to use it ethically and responsibly. Companies should only use honest and genuine customer feedback, and should avoid manipulating or misrepresenting social proof to deceive consumers. Additionally, consumers should be aware of the potential influence of social proof and should make decisions based on their own needs and values, rather than simply following the crowd. Psychological tricks are powerful techniques that can be used to influence and manipulate the thoughts, feelings, and behaviors of others. While these techniques can be effective, it's important to use them responsibly and with consideration for the well-being of others. By understanding these techniques, we can become more aware of how they are used on us and make more informed decisions in our daily lives.